Greetings, citizens of Tetris. It is your old, hungry pal, vandweller, back with more classic Tetris Monthly Masters event for October 2025. Yes, 2025. It's October. It's almost over. It's like pretty much 2026, guys. It's like pretty much there. What the heck? Those of you doing the great lock-in, you know, you're doing all your New Year's resolutions now, right? So it's pretty much 2026. I mean, it's nuts. Anyway, we have got some Tetris for you. Last minute schedule change, people with their complicated lives, you got a thing to go to, rescheduling. You're all lucky that I got home early. I had chicken nuggets being delivered from across the country in what is it? That's a dry ice. I got home. They're like, Vanda, you need to do this bracket now because players have to reschedule. Otherwise, we can't do the bracket because blah, blah, blah. We're getting it done. Well, we're going to do one match anyway. There could be two or maybe even three. I don't know. But what we're doing is a top 16 match. Guaranteed. This is what we're at least doing. Is a top 16 match. Well, it wasn't DoorDash nuggets. We order big bags of nuggets from this premium chicken nugget vendor. Yeah, we're doing this match. Dog versus Knight. That is the match that we're doing. Now, if Tristop is awake, and Miles agrees, we could do the Miles and Tristop, and then we could do winner versus winner. I don't know. It all depends. There's all kinds of dealings in the background, but all I know is right now we're doing Dog versus Knight, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, good. Let's take a look at our rules. These are the rules. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I am going to tell you players that will be best of 5. So the first player to 3 wins is the winner of the match. Level 18 starts all the way through. Level 39 super kill screen. Turn that one on. Uncapped scorer. Yeah, that's right. No max outs. It just keeps going. Same piece sets re-rolled, not incremented. No in-game advice. Do not pause unless the commentator tells you to. If you do experience a technical issue, assume your game will count and just keep playing. Just keep playing, okay? And the winner gets absolutely something, and that is a share in a prize pool, which stands right now and has stood the last couple broadcasts until someone can like unclog the works here, prime this pump, let's get it going. Stands right now at $1,333.96. Use the Matcherino command if you want to contribute to that prize pool. We got to get to 2,000 so we can pay the top 8 instead of the top 4. Keep these players coming back, pay a quarter of the entire field. That's what we want to do month after month. We've been doing it. You guys have been great at getting us there. It's the 22nd of October. We're already into the round of 16. So I don't know if we're going to get there. I really, really hope we do. I don't know. I don't know what to think. But anyway, use that Matcherino command. That'll bring up some links. The one that says Masters is the one. Click on that one. That'll take you to the landing page for this tournament with our prize pool partner, Matcherino. Top right corner is where you log in. You can do it with your existing Twitch or YouTube or Discord account even. No separate account creation process. Then once you're in, hit the contribute button and contribute. Empty your wallets, your credit card balance, whatever you got. Just stick it in there. 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, $666.04 would be fine as well. We'll take it. Whatever you got. All right, that's how to support the players, to support the channel so that there continues to be a channel, and so that, you know, your host can take an emergency match during the middle of the day on Wednesday instead of being like, sorry guys, I gotta work, I gotta do the, you know. If he could take this match because of you guys, right? Patreon.com/monthly Tetris allows us to be basically a full-time operation and take matches pretty much 24/7 And yeah, thanks to everybody who is contributing to the Patreon. Scott Gray, Jay the Widow, K9 Tacky, Corporal Shelby, Troy Dan, Kim Rogue, Potato Caca, Chuffin T, Jason Tony Jr., everybody else who is contributing, who is on this list and not on this list. Thank you so much. We got other supporters too. Some of them are doing it via the ways that are in this support command, which I'm putting in the chat right now. It's going to bring up some links. If you don't like Patreon, you can make an ongoing transfer via PayPal. The link is there. If you're on YouTube, you can become a channel member. You can gift a channel membership. You can use super chats and super stickers. If you're on Twitch, you got bits and subs and gift subs. And if you're Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime Gaming sub available to you, then use that on us right now. Okay, good. All right, I'm gonna flop on over to this game scene. Gonna refresh our players' streams. I will have you know that I am at the tail end of a planned 72-hour fast, and I was about to break my fast because I had time. Because sometimes when you break a fast, you have some, you got some consequences. Let us say, not to be too indelicate, and you need a couple hours for those consequences to happen. So I was about to break my fast. And then all these time changes occurred. So I'm hangry. I'm angry. I'm fine, actually. All right, let me fix these cameras up. Yeah, so many options to support us that you guys can ignore. It's good. All right, camera 1. Dog is on camera 1. He's got a drum set in the background. Right, we're about to drop the pieces, players. All right, that's good enough. And then, all right, I'm going to drop the pieces. And then we'll get night set up. Camera-wise, you should be more or less set up already. Thank you, Knight, for your simultaneous flexibility and inflexibility to allow us to get this match and all done, and also make us do this match today. That's all Tetris players. They're simultaneously flexible and inflexible. I mean, people got lives. They got to work. They got stuff to do. Mari with the tier 1 sub, 33 months. Thank you so much, Mari, for supporting the channel. 33 months. All right, looks like both players are ready. Check seeds 91B094, right? All right, we're doing it. Dog versus Knight. It's a one dog night in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. All right, starting off with the I and the J and the T. Good. IJT. All right, let's get these cameras situated. You never fully know where players are going to be sitting, what they're going to be doing. All right. Yes. On the left side of your screen, it is our number 1 seed, Dog, playing Tetris. Not only is he the number 1 seed, he's the number 1 ranked Tetris player in the world. According to the Premier poll, you can find the full rankings of competitive Tetris players over at premierpoll.com. Premier with an E at the end. He's also ranked number 1 on the PB leaderboard with a 29.4. I don't know why I used 4 significant digits there. 29. I did this at the last moment. 29.4 million for Dog. So there's another place he's ranked number 1. He's also ranked number 1 in Classic Tetris Monthly Masters Event Championships with 12. So there's a lot of places Dog is ranked number 1 right now. Dog also a 2-time CTWC champion. And I'm a game crasher. What can we say about Dog? I mean, he's number 1 on the list of people who've rolled over the levels, right? With the rebirth, the gym rebirth. So he's number 1 all the time. And he's number 1 in our hearts. Except today. 165 for Dog, 171 for Knight. And on the right side of your screen, it is Knight, who qualified in within, well, don't worry about the qualifier, but Knight got in virtue of our semis rules. Knight was in the semis last month, made it in here this month. Qualifier, maybe a little bit of a underqual, but it didn't matter because she was already in. So anyway, Knight is a Canadian. Don't spread that around. We got to protect our Canadian friends. Go Blue Jays. Knight has a PB of 3.49 million according to my source. That's a top 25 score. Knight also ranked number 9 in the most recent Premier poll. Knight, was a top 4 finisher in the Masters event in August. Is a 3-time CTW, was 10th in the Jonas Cup in 2024, and is a winner of a Futures circuit back in February of 2022, which is like, it's like 3.5 something years ago. 3rd in Genesis this year in both the DAS and open brackets. And who can forget Knight's top 24 performance in the LOL Pog Cup 2023? I'll never forget. 423 here for Dog, 385 for Knight. I don't really fully know what the LOL or LOL Pog Cup is, but I know it has to do with Adam Mountains or Adam Mittens or Adam MTS or whatever he is. But that's all I know. Otherwise, I don't really actually know what it is. 491 for Dog, 435 for Knight. I just know it happened a couple of times in the past. Other than that, I don't know what it is. I don't have time for that, okay? Dog up pretty high here, but, well, medium height. I'm sort of calibrated around DAS, watching Jonas Cup all weekend, doing mega Dasters all month. I'm like, oh my God, that's really high. Meanwhile, it's fine. But I'm all askew. The cashew raisin balance is askew. 487 for Knight, 589 for Dog. Dog 8 lines away, 589. A couple of rows of garbage over the well. He's going to find an L to uncover the well. And a long bar down. Tetris for Dog, 617 entry. 537 entry for Knight, whose board is a little high. And she's got some skims now, so she could take triples, knock this down. Long bar over, Tetris Knight, 571 on 20, 649 for Dog. So about a 70,000 point lead. Knight also ahead a few lines as well. Burbia says, I just realized the drum line of this song kind of sounds like someone saying, ba banana, ba ba banana. Wait, you just realized that? Bro, everybody knows that. What are you talking about? We've all known that. You're just learning that now? Tetris for Knight. I can't believe you just realized that. Tetris column 8 for Dog, 781, 682 for Knight, 100,000 point lead. There's a skimming of Tetris for Knight. Burbia, it's like all we talk about. $840 for Dog on 23. Yikes. So Knight with a tough board here. It is down stackable, but not anymore. And that is going to be a topo for Knight at 720. And Dog is good in game number 1. ECOEAC. Echo Charlie 0 Echo Alpha Charlie. What day did I eat? Let's see. I last ate. So yeah, my when was it? Sunday. Yeah, so I was literally about to make my lunch. All right, C checker, Eco EAC, got it. Both players ready. Game number 2, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So Dog, just fresh off his appearance in the Jonas Cup in Portland this past weekend, he made it into the Final Four. He's got 2 wins in our DAS Masters event, and now a very strong finish in the Final Four in Jonas Cup. It's a tough tournament. Sadly, we did not see Knight at the Jonas Cup. Would have been great to see her there, see if she can improve on her top 10 finish there. But both players, excellent DAS players. We just do this match DAS. That's it. See what happens. I have as an aspiration one day to do a triple elimination tournament where it starts out at open play style. The first loser's bracket is no rolling. And then the third elimination is, no tap or rolling. And then you all meet back at the end. Like that I want to do that someday. That's always, it's been a thing for the last couple of years. I'm like, one of these days I'm going to do that. Claw your way back with DAS. Yeah, exactly. We're going to do it one of these days. So long as CTM continues, we're going to do, but the problem is you can't I'm not making a 32 player triple elimination tournament, right? That's 96 matches. That's crazy. Unless that's all we do for like a month and a half or 2 months. I've seen Bees says that's actually my dream. All right, well, I'm gonna make your. You want to do one game of each at a best of 3? Says I love Bees. Yeah, I mean that's a possibility. But running multiple elimination tournaments on our format is tough, so we might have to do it as. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But it's definitely on my bucket list of things I want to do before I retire, before CTM goes away forever. We'll try to get it done. 373 for Dog, 321 for Knight. I've yet to hear a format to marry the playstyles that isn't like obviously flawed. It'd be cool though. Yeah, I mean, the other kind of idea that gets kicked around, everybody's thought that, well, let's do, you have to do DAS on 18, and then once you get to 19, you've unlocked tapping, and then once you get to 29, you've unlocked rolling or something, That's the other one that gets kicked around. And then Tetris takes over CTM. Well, I mean, if Tetris can get some investors and make an offer. But yeah, I mean, all these, there's a lot of ideas out there. We'll see if we can do them. Spin Tuck of the Z for Knight. It's one of my favorites. I like that Spin Tuck with the Z, and then I like the T one that you do. The kind of rumble tuck. T for Dinner says, please get to level 19. I forgot how to play it. All right, I'll make them do it. 563 for Dog, 551 for Knight. Tetris for Knight. 620 entry for Knight into 19 and a 655 for Dog. So players with huge paces upon entering 19. Anything 600 or above is stellar. Mid 600s is like godly, and anything above that is, there's a whole other universe. 730 for Dog, 720 for Knight. Switch playstyles after every Tetris. I mean, that's fun for friendlies, probably, but it's hard to police that. That's a formal tournament thing, but yeah, I don't know. I like the triple elimination format. And in that format, you don't have to play. You don't have to roll in the top tier, right? It's just you can do whatever you want, but in the next round down, you can't roll, and in the next round down, you can't tap. So someone could win the whole thing by never tapping, never DAS. $867 for Knight, 903 for Dog. Vandy is in his own universe. He has so many satellites circling around him. I know. I'm fixing it, King. I'm locked in for the last 3 months of the year. Down 22 pounds. 957 Knight on 24 gets a Tetris 988. Dog gets one 998 on 25. So we are pacing right now. Yeah, Evesy, yeah, I'm aware of that flaw, so I'm trying to figure out a way to just make it DAS at the end. And the pounds come back with Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. Nah, I'm locked in. Dog gonna miss an L spin. You don't often see that from Dog, just missing a spin like that. And a lot of times, you know, I think Dog goes for spins probably a lot less on average than other players do. But obviously, you're going to go for them if you can gain a lot and get cleaned up. Dog back by 50,000. And we are on pace potentially for double 1.2s. There's a Tetris for Dog B78. There's one for Knight C66 into 29. Dog going to transition in at B93, so nearly double 1.2 transition for these players. Tetris for Knight, D55, C47 for Dog. There's another one for Dog. Dog is a player who sometimes finds himself behind at the 29 transition, but able to chase down a bit. Maybe he's not going to be able to do it here, and that is going to be a top out for Dog at C87. And Knight is going to take game number 2, and this match is tied. Pedro Rosamar, this is Tetris Effect? No, this is the NES version of Tetris. The version that came out for the Nintendo in 1989. Tetris Effect, the game, does have a mode which mimics the rule set of this game, but this is the original. Welcome to the channel. All right, the pieces are here. Thanks, Tio, for the pin. 7F5A49. Yeah, it's kind of, you know, you want to see a game like that with so much pace, kind of see where it's going to go, but it doesn't always happen like that. All right, just waiting on both players to ready up, and then we can begin. I don't know if Knight is ready and just hasn't signaled yet, or she's taking a moment. All right, there you go. All right, what was once a best of 5, now a best of 3. Dog and Knight tied at a game apiece. Here it comes, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Thank you. Dog's colors looks different. Nice game, congratulations. Yeah, so we're playing on sort of the analog version. Both players are on original analog consoles, or at least on analog consoles, playing actual cartridges. And those have to be captured, but players' capture cards can differ in the way that they render the colors and output the colors. So tier 1 sub from Hana. Hana says car. Yes, indeed. I was just returning home. I had some very special, Sue and I order these very special chicken nuggets from a company. Now you think, can't you just go buy chicken nuggets or make the chicken nuggets? They're very special chicken nuggets. And they're breaded with pork rinds, and we buy them because they're a nice convenient thing to eat on a keto, carnivore-ish, ketovore diet. And I was gonna go run some more errands, but Sue texted me and said, oh, they're home, they've been delivered, so you better race home. So I race home, and then as I'm walking in the door, Katsugiri's like, you need to take this match in an hour. And I'm like, oh man, I'm glad you caught me. So that is why we were able to do this match at the last moment, because chicken nuggets saved us. 154 for Dog, 240 for Knight. Is all Crinkle's fault? It is. How do they rate against chicken sandwiches? I haven't had a chicken sandwich in a million years. I do want one, but they're breaded, and so I'm not eating breading right now. I have made a special breaded chicken sandwich in the past, and it was really good. Now, Sue and I, to remain keto, we will bring our own special, like, buns or tortillas to, like, a hamburger or taco place. And we, like, sneak them in a baggie. And we, like, swap out the buns or the tortillas. Like, we're, like, looking around all surreptitious and, you know, suspiciously looking around. Like, hope no one sees us. 315 for Dog, 404 for Knight. Food wastage? I mean, I guess. I mean, it's priced in economically, so. I don't know what other concept of waste there is. But don't get me started. My second major was economics, and so I hear economic terms and I get all, start geeking out. $503 for Knight. Is the AC fixed finally? Nope. Knight with a Tetris 598. Another really solid transition here for Knight. Dog gets a Tetris 553 as one more available. But it looks like Knight is going to have the advantage at transition. Dog, I think, a little frustrated by the way the pieces are coming out here. And there's a Tetris Dog, 578. So about a 20,000 point difference in Knight's favor at that 19 transition. Here's a Tetris Knight, 704, 630 for Dog. Knight ahead by 10 lines. Sue them? I mean, we're fine. We have a pretty solid portable unit that they've given us, and it, you know, it cools the whole house, so not a big deal. All right, Knight with that bit of an overhang. Let's see what she's going to do here. I don't think she's going to be able to spin double tuck that in. Now exposes that, so that is actually open for a spin tuck, but she's not going to really be able to convert that. Can't wait around too long. So Knight 803, this is allowing Dog to cut into that lead. He's back by less than 40,000 now, with still that 10-line difference. Tetris for Dog 825. He's now got the score lead and he's behind in lines. Not going to take that real-time lead back. Tetris Dog 857. Tetris for Knight 941. Doug taking a big burn triple and stays open for the Tetris. There's another Tetris Dog 991. So Dog right now pace lead. Knight sometimes has the real time lead. Dog with the max out first. All right, Knight also has the max. Mr. Brain on YouTube. Vandy, I was playing my TNP match and freaked out the commentator with a line spin. Oh, it's glorious when it happens. All right, Knight looking for a bar here. Gets the bar in the dirty Tetris B16. Dog with the B03. Assuming we get to 29, this would be double. I mean, back-to-back double 1.1 plus transitions. So Knight trying to downstack here on 29 is going to do so successfully and get set up for a Tetris. Uncovers and gets a Tetris. B75 for Knight, B18 for Dog. B40 for Dog, Knight C09. So Dog's, back by about 60,000 right now, but also back by 13 lines. So he's got lines in hand and is essentially, 1 to 2, like 2 Tetrises behind, something like that. So it's very close, very neck and neck right now. Knight in cleanup mode, Dog in cleanup mode as well. Right, Dog here trying to get set up, trying to keep that open, chopping down, opening and Tetrising Dog C54. Knight is going to top out at C91. The Chasedown target for Dog C92. C65, so a Tetris here would do it. Does not need a Tetris. He's got plenty of runway and is just going to take this down, go into check down mode. Singling, doubling, going easy. There's the double, and that single is going to clinch it for Dog in game number 3. Dog is going to go up 2 games to 1. Wallvan says, bro remembered how to roll. I feel like it is the kind of thing that does leave you once in a while. Had to unlearn DAS. Oh, Dog gonna miss the, I don't know if he was going for that line spin. All right, there's that 1.5 into 39. All right, new pieces, players. You can take a moment if you need it. Well, Bant, did you use the pog bone or the dog bone or whatever the stupid thing is called? Did you use that at Jonas Cup? Did they let you? The wall bone? What's up? Jasmine, Chen, Jaguar, Cat, Brit QK. I was allowed, but I used original. I can put time into switching now. Good. Okay, 327-74. Both players ready. Game number 4. Dog up 2 games to 1. Knight looking to tie it up and force a decider. So these players have met before 2 times, one in Das Champions League or Das Champions League. And the first time they ever met was, well, last month or our previous month. That was August of 2025. They met in the semifinals. Of course, Dog would go on to win last month en route to his 12th CTM Masters victory, and Knight and Dog did meet in the semifinals of that one. Of course, that was Knight's best ever finish in Masters as well. So big milestones for both last month. And yeah, now it was crazy because Knight took out Blue Scooty in that one. A really tough draw having to get through Scooty and then Dog. $250 for Knight, $228 for Dog. All right, Knight having to take our first few burns here, but started off with a bunch of consecutive Tetrises. Oh, I got a text from the apartment complex. Says, remember, our Fun with Flowers event is happening tomorrow at 11 a.m. in the leasing office. Arrange a floral bouquet and take it home with you. Oh, maybe I'll have to... If I have any plans at 11 a.m. tomorrow, I might have to cancel them. Who wants to hang out with the other people leasing in their apartment? That's like the last thing I want to do. Don't people work? Not in this apartment complex. I mean, I work. I'm working right now, very busy. Surprise Sue with some flowers. She would be very surprised. I don't know if I want the apartment complex's flowers. They can't, they can't actually like sweep the hallways, but they can have a flower event. $467 dog, $473 for night. Are the flowers free? Nothing's free, Chen. Has anyone had a perfect Masters event? So yeah, I know Corian back in the day. I don't remember which month, and I don't remember if that's happened or when it's happened recently, but I feel like it has. And yeah, Andy swept Das Masters. $592 for night. There's a Tetris, another 600K transition for night. The Vits filled in for dog, waiting for the bar, adjusting for S's. And the bar goes down for dog, 651. He could get another Tetris, and he will. 675 transition for dog. We've had some big transition scores for these two players in this match. Dog swept Masters in the month when he beat Eyeball in the finals. That's true. That's right. You're right. $750 for dog, $717 for night. That would have been in May, right? Yeah, May. Tetris for night, 801. 9 lines ahead of dog right now, who's at 760. Tetris for night, 831. 789 for dog. He's going to chunk a long bar down that column 10 just to downstack a bit. And Knight kind of piled high on top of that. Oh, yeah, nice kind of placement there for Knight, who I think was going to try to maybe plug up that well, but the bar was coming, so Knight was able to take the Tetris instead. 875 Knight, 827 Dog. Yeah, Dog swept in May, started in the round of 16, defeated Tugi, SV, Dangler, and Eyeball, all 3-0. $916 for Dog, $915 for Knight. Vandy, you should host an event where game 1 is Das, game 2 is Tap, game 3 is Roll, game 4 is the losing player's choice, game 5 is the other player's choice. All right, do it. It's very complicated. It's very complicated. Maybe. I wouldn't want to enforce tapping, but I would say, first one is open, second one is tapping plus Das, third one is Das only. You know what I'm saying? Like, remove a play style each one. Because, all right, what if a tapper dasses a piece over? Oh, you're disqualified. You know what I mean? So just take one away each round. B04 for Knight, B17 for Dog. Knight into 29. Dog B57. Dog still on 28. And oh no, Knight, it could be fatal. This is going to be a real chore to down stack. Still possible though. We'll see. This would be some survival if she can muster it. And she's kind of bringing it down. B49. Dog at C45 on level 30. I don't know if Knight should still be playing right now. I mean, this is bonkers. That's a great triple. B76 for Knight. Dog with the Tetris D09. Knight is clean. Has to bring it down. Was set up for a Tetris momentarily. This might be some of the best survival I've actually ever seen. I mean, yeah, she had those like crazy S pieces on the right side. I didn't think she was going to survive, but it's a masterclass in survival and downstacking on 29. EO1 though for Dog, he's up 180,000 points. Knight trying to get some of these points back through a Tetris and gets one. Column 4 at the bottom, C84. So Knight still stacking. Has work to do, though. Dog wants to just keep going and adding points. He's not 100% focused on aggression here. Dog opens up, gets a Tetris, E76. That's a critical Tetris for Dog. Because Knight, if she had gone perfect, maybe could have matched that. And I don't think that she's going to be able to do that anymore. And there's a Tetris Knight E03 and crazy survival from Knight, 1.4 million. She really should not have survived that, and yet somehow she did. Clip it and ship it to Line Spin Media. Dog here gonna mulling out a little rollover at the end. Gonna try to anyway. And gonna get it. There it is. Dog with the rollover and takes the match 3-1. So yeah, Knight obviously not going to be happy with the result of that, but you got to be happy with the performance. So really, really good performance, Knight. Congratulations to you. Thank you for your flexibility, Knight. Dog, congratulations, and I guess no thank you to your flexibility. But all right, well, I don't think they haven't shown up. I don't think we're going to do Miles versus Tristop right now unless they are literally in chat right now and say we're going. All right. You've got a countdown to 10. Yeah, thanks, Dog. All right, I'm going to count down from 10. Tristop in that chat better say, let's go, in that 10 countdown. And there it is. Okay, no. All right, so we're going to go ahead and cut it here. I think we're going to do Miles versus Tristop tonight. I don't think Dog is going to be available to do the second match, so we might try to reschedule it so maybe Miles and Tristop and Dog just all go together. That would be the best thing because solo matches really kill the channel, to be honest. So try not to do it. Okay. How is enforcing tap via Spirit of Tap any different than enforcing dash via side? Because I don't want to. Okay. So let's go ahead and thank those of you who contributed to the channel. Rat-tailed Jaguar, Mari, Hana. You have all done things to support the channel, one of which was to follow, the second and third of which were to subscribe. Thank you. Commodore Friday, thank you for the tier 1 sub. It's not going to show up on the list here, but thank you. Prize pool still stuck at this number. Somebody's got to contribute and kind of prime this pump. 133396. That's where it is. Thanks everybody who has so far contributed. Patreon.com/monthly Tetris. Thank you, patron Scott, Gray, Jane, Window, K9, Tacky, Corporal, Shelby, Troy, Dan, Kim, M, Rogue, Potato, Cat, Javin T, Jason, Tony Jr., and everybody else on and off this list. Thank you so very much. Use the support command to support us. Thank you. Here, I'll bring back the credits and we'll see if we can get Commodore Friday on there. How about that? All right, we'll move you up, Floof. I will check. Did you get on there? You're on there, Commodore. Look at that. You're on. All right, everybody, take care. YouTube, I don't know when I'm going to see you next. Could be tonight. Probably going to be tomorrow. Okay? Yeah, I'm not sure, Mr. Brain. I don't know. Thanks, Mr. Brain, Ego Chip, Sergio, Naraya, Josh, Epico, Lauren. Have a great day. Bye-bye. All right, it's time for Vandy to eat. I'm not going to do it on stream. You don't want to see a Vandy mukbang or whatever it's called. You don't want that. But we will find a way to raid you to somebody who's nice. MathWiz? What is MathWiz doing? Yeah, see, if you don't stream to the normal... Is this a qualifier? No, it looks like it's all right, I'll raid MathWiz. But people are streaming on the wrong Tetris. I'm not going to see you, and I won't see you to raid you. Like, this is the wrong one. This is the one with 54 followers, MathWiz. So, just so you know. Yeah, you got to get on the right Tetris. Yeah, go ahead. All right, bye everybody. Take care. Have a beautiful day. Blah 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 blah. Bye.